Hona Carolina. And my name is James, and I'm here doing the commentary temporarily. Everything set up properly. Oh, it's a pinfall. That's a fake. Is that a finisher? 1, 2. And it's a 2. Assassins hits the first finisher. Dual Candy using his last reversal. What's Dual Candy doing? He's rolling him over. Oh, he hits the move. And he tosses him. Hoo-yah! Thing is, Assassins is out the rope, but he cannot use a ring escape. He used all 3 of them. Oh, Dual Candy has used 2. Okay, that's weird. The count. Then update. There it is. Now it's up to date. Oh, and that's a finisher. Out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, and Assassins picks up the win on Dual Candy. 2-0 finisher count, which could have ended quicker, but Assassins wanted to leave an impact on Dual Candy. Don't forget, Assassins is the Intercontinental Champion. He doesn't have to worry about anyone using a title shot because Carney isn't here. And plus, no one knows that probably the show started because they didn't follow us on Twitter at EIF Network. The best place to find out news about us on Twitter. And we're going to see if we can get another match going for you. Carney should be back by 6:30. He may join the party in a little bit.
Or the stream. Or the stream is up. Somebody. Or the stream is up. Or the stream. It's up. Maybe we're not gonna load in here. Perfect. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome into another edition of Eif Ed. This being episode number 366, and your host, as always, Eif Owner Carney. I say as always, but technically I've been absent for the first half hour. If you're just now tuning in on Mixer, we previously streamed our only opening match, and that took place on Twitch as a twitch.tv/EIF Network exclusive. We recently had a Mixer exclusive, being the BFG. We'll talk a little bit more about that and everything else we have set for you tonight. But first, triple threat action. James Arkoffel, Jolton, and Midnight. Certainly a mixed bag here. We'll see who comes out on top. Ding, ding, ding. And so with that, again, a formal welcome into ED 366. Guys, just to keep you updated, we had the opening match already take place on Twitch exclusively. It was a non-title match, Assassins against Dual Candy, and Assassin's the champion in non-title situations, still able to get a win, and that was against Dual Candy. 2-0 the finisher count. Assassins tomorrow will tie for the longest reign as EIF Intercontinental Champion. Now, we've already announced that he will go on to become the longest reign. That was a previous broadcast we did that at his last defense, which was successful. So we know he's going to do it, but for those of you counting and wondering, after tomorrow, so effective Saturday, May 12th, Assassins will become the longest reigning champion of the Intercontinental variety. In fact, he'll eclipse the 3-month mark. In fact, once more, Assassins, of the current titles in EIF, keep in mind there are 5, so of them, and of the longest reigns carried by them, Assassins is the youngest superstar in EIF history to hold an active longest reign with those championships. Midnight with the forearm to the face of James. Again, guys, we're talking about youth, and you guys are old fucks. So, Jolton with a move to Midnight Mayfire. Stomp connects. Here comes James, and James missing a strike over the top. James and Midnight were both eliminated from the Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament in round 1. The quarterfinal round began earlier this week, a very late-night premiere, so to speak, and it was Greedy at the number 2 seed going up against Ebams, the number 11, and sort of poetic for Ebams because last year he won his very first EIF World Championship by cashing in a title shot and to fight an opportunity in the BFG where it was not only for the Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament and a chance to advance in that, but also for the World Championship. And this time, he was a victim of that result. Greedy able to get the victory over Ebams. It was a 2-0 sweep in the quarterfinals, which, if you recall, are a best of 3 in the second round. Greedy will now move on to the semifinals for the second time in his EIF career. Last year, he did it as well. So back-to-back semifinals for Greedy, and he tries to get one round deeper this time around. But Greedy was able to defeat Ebams, win the tournament match, moving on to the semifinals. And also become an EIF World Champion for the 9th time in his career. Greedy is chasing history now. If he can touch double digits with that title, and of course we certainly wish Greedy, and I'm sure he wishes himself, the longest possible reign with this current reign, but assuming he loses it and were to regain it back, Greedy would become a 10-time world champion upon his next EIF World title reign. We're only counting that and the version that was the Undisputed, not the Superstardom, not the World Heavyweight, anything like that. So If he reaches 10, he will be the 6th superstar in EIF history to accomplish that feat. So only 5 other guys have done it. Hostile Exile, Brutality, Raymond, Anthony, and Flip. Breaking down James is Jolton. So let's get back to our match at hand, which is this triple threat. Jolton has a lot to prove here. These are 2 big names he could knock off. James Zarkoffel, maybe not so much the big name. James has sort of let his record, or maybe his skill rather, act as a mirage to his record, which has not been pretty. And a couple of wins as of late, though. Excuse me, really just that one, which was over Tripod, ending a 3-month losing streak, and he was right back at it the following Superstardom to add another loss to his column. So another streak begins. He hopes to end it at a brief 1. Crossbody misses for Jolton. Midnight bluffs on a fight, and Jolton will escort himself out. Midnight comes in. He's going to run around. James is going to try and catch him. Tripod got a pinfall. The Tripod was pinned by James. Now Midnight might take the same fate. 1, 2, and James almost getting a huge win, and Midnight was in yellow bar. That is embarrassing. Only one other superstar that I can think of to have that problem. His name is Tyron Hunt. Good guy, but still. Don't forget, guys, our main event, we talk about the BFG tonight, and that opening round, or the opener of the second round. Well, with the second round, will continue tonight, main event, and that's going to be Deadly Gamer, the number 10 seed versus the number 3 seed Nexus Genesis. That will be exciting. Deadly has success against Nexus in the past. And Deadly in his BFG debut, while Nexus in his second stint of the tournament looking to get to his first semifinal. He was eliminated in the quarters last year against EBAMS, who would eventually go all the way to the finals. We are guaranteed at least one new finalist. NBC Master is still in this tournament, and of the 7 remaining names, NBC is the only superstar who's experienced the finals in the BFG, so could have a very different look pending the outcome of NBC's match against Assassins, which comes next week. These guys, in the meantime, just fighting for some bragging rights, fighting for a chance to win. ED will, besides the BFG, sort of fall out of the shift of focus, at least for the next week or so. That is because the All Superstardom EIF pay-per-view is coming up on Sunday, May 20th. It is EIF's 8th annual Superstars Reborn. All Superstardom all night long, including the EIF Superstardom draft for the second half. Draft picks still available. Contact me and talk to me after the show. Also, you can send me a text on Xbox or my phone if you have it, and you can purchase your draft pick through that. A lot of guys already have one. Jolton going back to vintage Jolton with a submission locked in on Midnight. James on all fours to the outside. James back in the ring. And Jolton able to get James. That's a float over DDT. And that was a finisher? Signature, okay. I was about to say. Midnight with a high knee to the face of Jolton. Midnight initially thought on a finisher. He might go to James for this. And James will reverse with a jawbreaker. Jolton getting back up to his feet. Midnight with a scoop slam, ducks over top. Kick to the back shin. Here comes Jolton. Thinks, yeah, I think I'm good. Midnight says, no, you're not. Jolton with a reversal to argue that statement. Midnight refutes it, and he'll go to the apron. Jolton with his 18th ring escape of the match. Well, you're going to have to, because by the beginning of next week, I have to dart through picks because of people like you. Because we're running. James gets caught with a finisher. Midnight with a chance to win the match. 2 James powers out of it. And Midnight now smelling more blood in the water. He goes for another finisher. James will block it out. And Jolton dances around on the outside right now. Well, there's a lot of outside competition. James saying arm day at the gym. Midnight will walk around. Jolton down on the outside. Midnight and James have both hit finishers. They both went for pinfalls and nearly pinned one another. Jolton has been left out of the equation in that regard. Has hit a signature. Jolton is a real statement maker if he can win this match. For these guys, a chance to figure out who will be who. In just over a week, we redraft. We're going to have a couple of guys that are just bound to end up with different superstars. You have to think that. Midnight has sort of been wearing many hats, and so has Jolton to his stake. We've seen Midnight with Chris Jericho. Jolton had that as well. Midnight also has held John Cena, Daniel Bryan. Only one of you will get a match. We're not going to have time to probably do, because we're going to do entrances for the PFG. Probably like 40 minutes, to be honest, because like, you got to figure entrances and the chance that they go long and the chance that they go 3. So, all right, everybody will stare. James, he's back. Yeah. James with a finisher. Referee is down though. The referee back to his feet pretty quick though. Jolton is sitting in the corner. He can't get up to James for the win, and he gets it. James Arcoppel, back-to-back weeks. He gets a win on ED. Credit to him, he pinned Tripod a week ago. This week, Midnight falls victim. And those are 2 pretty good names to have on your resume when you're trying to climb back into the category of being relevant. James Arcoppel with the win. Triple threat. Midnight takes the walls along with him, but Midnight will go first there as he's struck on pinfalls. So we've talked about that, yeah. James is probably our best guy in EIF to lose consistently. When you think about like skill, he's got it. So that's you. What's up? Sure, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. All right, well, who's that, Eclipse? Sure. All right, Eclipse, let's do... Oh, God. Jumper, we're going to have to take a chance on you here. You want a match? We'll do you, Eclipse, and Isaac, and hope it works. Back-to-back triple threats. This very well could be our pre-main event, depending on when it ends. James, don't forget I'm doing enter the main event. The small dog. Wow. I highly doubt that, but I appreciate the consideration. I spent 5 hours too. All right, Jumper is in. The match is up. So Isaac and Eclipse, please join as quick as possible. Eclipse, you seemed pretty excited to do this match, but apparently that's changed, or you still wanted to do this, or... Eclipse? Dude, he's in here right now. He's just not... Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's the shitty part about Xbox now, though. I'll tell you what, anytime somebody does send something to me like that, I do report it just because now I know they can, like, get in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, Jumper, every time somebody says something inappropriate to you, why don't you just fucking, like, report it? Oh. Hey, look, Jumper, you suck. Okay, cool. Okay. Here, you know what, Eclipse, how about we do this? To make it easier, I'm going to do Jumper versus Isaac, and then I'll throw you against some random guy if they don't go too long. Alright, James, are you good now? Alright, cool. Alright, so, yeah. So, let's see if this works. Alright, the match is up. Alright, so James will be joining this time, and it'll be set as Isaac and Jumper in a one-on-one. Yeah. There you go, Jumper, you little dingleberry. All right. So, guys, it's been talked about. Jumper has been increasingly better on ED as of late. His BFG run came short, but so did his opponent tonight, Master B. It would be a hell of a win for Jumper over Mr. Money in the Bank. Let's see if he can do it. Ding, ding, ding. And Master B didn't know what hit him. Sorry, guys. Reading some stuff. All right, so early on, Master B the favorite here, and this is sort of a measuring stick for Jumper, and some would say Assassins was too. I'd agree with that statement. The BFG is a different beast, but Jumper, right now, he is set to compete in the Superstar Championship match in just over a week at Superstars Reborn, along with Deadly Gamer and Champion blah blah. But Jumper knows that a backdrop plan to be a part of the ED roster, that is something. That is possible. Jumper goes down the corner. Master B's dropkick is pushed away, and a Blue Thunder Bomb connects. And now out of reversals is Jumper. He'll have to be cautious here. A trio of stomps might help his cause, but does not get Master B entirely out of green yet. And Master B gets the offense. Jumper does not know what to do. He kind of freezes on him. Like I said, this is definitely a measuring stick because Master B is one of the premier ED superstars. When he won that Money in the Bank back in August, things were actually pretty quiet for him for a few months there. I'd honestly say the rest of 2017 was just poor for Master B. He struggled a lot, and I think if he would have cashed in, he would have been expecting a very short reign. Things have changed, and this coup de grace from the top turnbuckle doing some damage there. But like I said, things have changed for Master B. He will not get a green bar in this contest. And it really felt like the calendar flipped, and he found a different dial. You know, it's been unfortunate because a lot of people think he should be world champion right now. You go back to when he actually did cash in this briefcase on Nexus, and then the game disconnected. I don't know. Most people will agree with me. Nexus accidentally turned his Xbox off in the middle of that. But, well, he was actually still... He was still talking on the mic. He had the Smart Glass app ready. And it was just coincidental, and he didn't mean to push the button. Depends on this match. If this match ends in the next, 10 minutes or so, then yeah, probably. Well, yeah, if it ends in the next 10 minutes, it'll be you versus Eclipse one-on-one, and then we'll do the main event. You and Eclipse, you guys will fight for the 18th time. Okay, it'll be you versus somebody. Or whoever the fuck shows up, I guess. Yeah, why not, right? No. Death Row getting set for a fatal four-way Helasi Tile defense. Superstars Reborn. Don't forget, guys, we have 3 championships on the line, plus a couple of premier undercards. I honestly think this might be a pay-per-view in which the undercard could outshine the main card because of just the quality of matches assembled. NBC Master and E-Bands, that's Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe, along with Greedy and Tripod Bobby Roode and The Undertaker. Those are some premium matches that we're going to see at Superstars Reborn. Expected to get at least one more on the card, maybe even two. I'm not talking about yours. Jumper dropping down Master B. You are not an undercard match. You are a championship match. Fucking nerd. Anyway. Yeah, Jumper is coming back. He is battling. Jumper goes for it and gets him. Signature connects. And Master B has a boyfriend over. It's causing him a distraction. Master B gets in. It has not been good for him. Oh, Jumper went for a finisher, and Master B caught him. And Jumper just reversed a finisher. Oh, my. They both missed. Jumper will tuck himself out. Sorry. In other news, Tripod cannot get on, folks. According to him, he is, quote, dead tired from his 8-hour shift at JCPenney's clothing store. Oh my God. What an extremely difficult job. Anybody, you know, it takes a man of steel to be able to do that. I mean, seriously, I'm sorry, I get it. He can, look, he can say, like, look, man, you know, sorry, dude, I just don't want to work. Dude, you work at a fucking old lady clothing store. And, oh, dude, yo. I had to fucking... I'm just tired, man. The one dress that this woman wanted didn't come up on clearance, and I kept hitting the button, and it just didn't come up. I'm dead tired, man. I had to put 3 separate items on layaway. I had to pick up 2 shoe boxes and put them back on the shelf. Dude, this is, you know how it is around my country, blue collar, boys. This match, I don't know. Anyway, this match continues. For the win! Jumper sucks. Yeah, that's fine. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. All right, jumper falls to Master B, and Mr. Money in the Bank continues to be red hot. Coming up next, guys, we're going to actually squeeze in one more match before we get to our main event, and it's going to be the Velocity Champion Death Row non-title action for him. We'll find him a competitor if there's not one already in the party. Okay, K-Hart, all right, great, you're excited. Well, it's ED, so his superstar would be a created one. I can't tell you for sure. I can guess his overall is 100. What? The match is up, guys. Go ahead and look for it. This will be James Death Row and and K-Hart. You're good, man. All right, Death Row, we're waiting on you, mother. Yeah, I know. It is taking a little longer than we can afford it to, you motherfucker. Oh, wow. All right, pre-main event time. We'll see what K-Hart, a former Velocity champion, can do against the current. What? Hold on, let me check. All right, guys. Well, pre-main event time. We've got the big attraction for you guys coming up after this, being the BFG. But first, non-title action. Death Row set for a big title match in over a week. But for now, he gets a chance against a former Hellosity champion in the form of K-Hart. Ding, ding, ding. Is the website up to date? Is it not? Are you positive? Like if I say to him that... Okay, but the results from like a month and a half ago are up. When's the last time there was a result recorded? Sorry, I'm hate texting somebody. Yep. Who did it? I'm sorry, I didn't look. Okay, K-Hart, you get a free move. Death Row, let K-Hart, that's 2 free moves. Yeah, oh, then actually that's 3, sorry. That's 3. Okay, Greedy, stop. Greedy, you cannot get a match tonight. Yeah, you put the wrong one. Okay, listen, K-Hart gets 3 free moves because you did a banned move 2 times in a row. Let me off easy that way. That's 2. And that's 3. All right. No match for you tonight. Because you said first hour and then you showed up not in the first hour. Sorry, I meant to say first. Anyway. It's alright. Well, at the very least, you can at least stay here to watch the BFG between Nexus and Deadly. So, oh, referee interference. Here comes Death Row looking for that high knee, right? You fucking idiot. Just kidding. K-Hart catches him. K-Hart actually naming that combination after his character and the origins of his character. That move, according to K-Hart, is called the bland combo because his character looks like absolute dog piss. Anyway, he misses. And that might do it. Combo connects for Death Row on the outside. Non-title match, Death Row will defend his title in a fatal four-way at EIF Superstars Reborn. Yeah, we'll get it up by June, hopefully. Hopefully by June. Oh, sorry. Shut up, Amisu. Oh, and... to the top rope, come back, in motion for Death Row. All right. Yep. Okay. Yeah, Death Row, he gets a free finisher and he's allowed to pin. You can kick out, but he's allowed to pin. So. All right, KR. Yep, KR, you can pin. Death Row, you can still kick out. Death Row picked the wrong character, and you guys kind of look at Death Row's character. It sort of looks like a tough thug. Well, this character is a thug because he is a fucking thief, cheating these goddamn rules. Goddamn. All right, shit happens. So wait, hey, just to confirm, Death Row's match at Superstars Reborn is a Battle Royal? Don't forget, guys, coming up next, we still have main event action to come. Right now, it's K-Hart on the ground. Death Row is in the advantage offensively. He actually trails the finisher count, though, 1-0. Even though he hit a finisher, it was banned. And Death Row has either by intention or by accident picked a character that will be very difficult to win. There's a couple of banned moves that's already been called for him. Nice head chop. Here comes K-Hart with another finisher. Nice drop kick. But okay, well, they're talking over you guys. Can you please stop? That's clean. Finisher connects for Death Row. So did Death Row steal his finisher? Well, then that should not count. Oh well, Death Row got the win. That was the right call. So a little bit of a mix and match, guys. I highly recommend that you check your moveset. K-Hart, if your finisher is the code breaker, you may not know this. That's been banned. Oh. Okay, cool. Well then, don't do that again, Death Row. Death Row, take the code breaker off or prick your non-ghetto character. Anyway. Alright, guys. Well, we're through 4 matches here at ED. We're kind of having a fairly steady progression. I know we've got a lot of time left, but we're going to go ahead. We're just going to roll in and do this BFG match because I want to make sure we have enough time just in case something does go wrong here. So James Arkoffel will be watching with me, and because it is the main event, we will be doing entrances. Before and as we work into getting here, let's just sort of give a bit of a prologue and a preview of the rules and some regulations that these superstars will be bound by. First off, for starters, the match is up. So Nexus, Deadly, and James can join. Deadly, you must be on the... Deadly, you must come in on the left side because you are the lower seed. Deadly side, round 2, everybody is going to be required to use the same character with the same moveset for the duration of that particular series. Now, if one of these superstars moves on to the semifinals, they can use a different character for the semifinals, but games 1, 2, and 3, if necessary, will require the same characters on both ends. All those counts that we talked about, the taunts, the ring escapes, the finisher count, that all resets per match. These count as 3 separate EIF matches in the record books. And that is how things are done here. So again, guys, when the match ends, we'll all hit rematch and we'll go right back into it. Because this is the second round, we're now on to series format. The quarterfinal round being a best of 3. The first superstar to win 2 matches will move on to the semifinals. Main event time here at ED. The following contest is your ED main event of the evening and is the second match in the quarterfinal round of this year's Battle for Glory All-Stars Tournament. Introducing first, making his way to the ring, He represents the number 10 seed in this year's BFG. Deadly Gamer. Well, this is quite a different look for Deadly. Almost some shades of Deathlock with the Crimson mask on for his entrance. And Deadly said, you know what, I'm not going to use Paint Tool. Here's one thing Deadly also said. He's going to win this match. 4-0 against Nexus Genesis in WWE 2K18. That is according to one Deadly's count. So whether it's inaccurate or not, I can't answer that for you. But Deadly looking to be the first underseed in this year's tournament to punch his ticket into round number 3, excuse me. Deadly is the second lowest remaining seed. 11 and 12 went before him, but 11 has already been eliminated. This is the second match of round 2. Greedy, the number 2 seed, defeating Ebams at number 11. It was a clean 2-0 sweep. A rather dominating performance for Greedy, if I must be honest. Not just winning the world title, but also advancing back-to-back years to the semifinals of this tournament. Well, thank God we started this when we did. This fucking entrance. Oh, your third time? What time did you do it before? Did you really? So this is your third yeah. Wow, okay, I didn't know that. Greedy's third consecutive year in the semis. Got to get past it this time, right? Right. Yeah, I think Eddie lost both, or he lost Hostile 3-1 and then NBC 3-0. And introducing his opponent from New York. He is representing the number 3 seed in this year's BFG, Nexus Genesis. Nexus Genesis in his second BFG. Made it last year for the first time. This round was where he punched out. A 3-game loss to Ebams. He would go on to make it all the way to the finals. This time, fuck you for correcting me. This time, either way, he lost in round 2. Deadly with an opportunity to take advantage here of Nexus Genesis, and this will be the final second round match of this week. Next week, we will do the remaining 2. That includes Untamed Legend versus JC Prismatic Nebula. Get it? JCP, JC Pennies, anyway. And Drebon might be fatigued a little bit with cleaning up the belt rack and having to do other miscellaneous jobs on his very tedious career. Besides that, we also have the very exciting NBC versus Assassins. That an intriguing matchup. Looks like we've got a clean connection to start here. Now we'll ask the superstars to take a little walk. It does look damn perfect to me as well. All right, well, Nexus and Deadly have both agreed this connection is good. Remember, guys, we will hit rematch after Game 1, regardless of the result, unless there is a lag out. Nexus, please do not be tempted to hit your Xbox One button. Anyway, or else I might be tempted to make a decision. Okay, guys, so with that being said, they have both agreed to the connections. Just one last thing. Deadly, are you ready? Nexus, are you ready? Guess who's ready? All right. Best of luck to both you guys. Game 1 in this best of 3. Winner going to the semifinal round. Ding, ding, ding. You know I do that for suspense, right? Anyway, Nexus Genesis holds up on Deadly. Come on, guys. You got to admit, that bell hurts. Doesn't it, Deadly? Doesn't it make you nervous? Ah, who am I kidding? You're going to lose. All right, anyway, going back to the match. Nexus with a super kick to the jaw. Deadly goes down. The first 2 strikes belong to Nexus, the upper seed. Let's give you guys a little bit of bracketology here. It was due in the first round because there were 8 matches and 16 competitors. So much variance involved. Well, here would be the scenario. If Deadly would win this match and NBC would defeat Assassins, then NBC and Deadly would meet in round 2. Now, if Deadly would win this match and Assassins would beat NBC, then it would be Deadly and Greedy. We already know that Greedy is advanced. That's the one solidified result. Also, Nexus Genesis could fight Greedy in the next round. And if Nexus wins, in fact, if Nexus wins and NBC wins, then that would be a for sure match as well. So it could be Greedy and Nexus, could be the 2 and 3 seed drawing in the semifinals. In the first round, of course, it's 1 through 16, and you have that 1 play 16, 2 play 15 format. And then you see it again here in the second round. And because the numbers of who advanced, you still see that pretty big number gap. You won't see that once you get to the semifinals. And then, of course, who knows what happens come the final 2. Now, I guess I would be eating my own words here, because there is a possibility that we could see a couple of underseeds make it far. Nexus steps over Deadly, a kick to his face. Remember, Deadly very confident in this match, but also a guy who can be kind of nervous. Defeated NBC Master B in the opening round and an auto reversal. That was an auto, and that did not work for Nexus. Nexus gets a knee to the ribs. You have to take it. Famouser to the back of the neck of Nexus Genesis. And here's Deadly jabbing away. That is a signature early in the match from Deadly Gamer. I don't think he's going to try and put one on Nexus. 3-1 the reversal count favors the underseed. Nexus is hurting right now. Off the ropes he goes. He gets him. Sling Blade connects. Nexus, ground and pound offense. Greedy, no coaching. Midnight, not a part of this, but he was a part of the tournament, eliminated by EBAMS, who would then go on to be eliminated by Greedy. Nexus, along with Deadly, both getting past Master B and James Arkoffel, respectively. Deadly made it to the finals of the WrestleMania 11 ED Open Invite Tournament, where he would be bested by Master B in that contest and getting revenge in the BFG. You'd have to argue with somebody which one means more. I think BFG would, but then again, there was some money involved in the one at Mania. And it was the finals, so that sort of adds to it. Here's Deadly with a reversal, and he will punch out. Oh, band move, okay. Okay, band move. Nexus connects. And remember, guys, this is where you're going to see sort of the challenges of this match. Deadly is going up against I've tested them. I just can't have anybody else agree with me. They're cheap. I know all the names and everything. Just give me a second. Clothesline connects. That's the that's called the double clothesline followed by third clothesline. That's it's a move in the game. Now Neckbreaker misses, and Nexus with that's a running Ultimo Dragon hook arm Annihilator 18. All right, Nexus. That's the face slam, and Deadly brought to both feet. Snap here connects. That kick to the back. And Nexus Genesis, who has a pair of finishers to his name, and now he's laughing. Nexus is saying, "Ha ha ha! I make the rules and I do cheap things." Anyway, Deadly is. Look at Assassins. I hate that my moveset is clean now. You're a piece of shit, kid. Anyway, he's just worried because he's going to lose to NBC now. And Nexus has regained the reversal advantage. He also has a huge chunk in health. That reversal's banned. Combo connects. If Deadly did it, it's banned. That's what Nexus told me to call. Going in. That's banned. That's banned. Is that a cloverleaf backbreaker? And now, honestly, it is a form of a clover leaf in the back room. Good with an S. Oh, Nexus will use the first ring escape of the match, and Deadly, and that was close because Nexus looked like he might have been able to get offense going in. This is another, no, maybe. Looks like another signature coming up. Let's find out. Yes, it is. It's dead center of the ring. Look at Nexus getting mean mugged. 2 S's connect for Deadly, but they don't count towards anything in the ultimate column. Nexus gets caught with a one-footed dropkick. That is a Nexus move. That is Nexus, isn't that bad? Nexus with a kick to the stomach. Nexus finisher. Oh, it got reversed. Deadly is feeling it. Then Nexus reversed him on the signature. And now we're getting a little run and gun. Nexus can be so deadly on the ground. That standing corkscrew, it's been a norm for Nexus. Now, whether he still has it on his moveset or not, I'm not quite sure. And he'll have to protect here. That is too long. Stalling rule in effect. That's right. The stall count doesn't count towards Nexus. My apologies. You can go ahead. Do one right here. Now, Nexus with Deadly on almost 3 reversals. Nexus has just gained his second back. Nexus might go for it right here. No, Deadly has his third back. Drop kick muted out. 1 reversal of Nexus thinking signature. He gets it. And it's a matter of who hits first in the finishers. Nexus once again is forced to stop. It's a close one here. Nexus has been the better of the 2 in this one, but nerves are a part of this, and I'll tell you what, Nexus has been a part of some big-time situations, back-to-back WrestleMania main events. His only 2 WrestleManias that he's been a part of in this league, and he is at the big stage, including defending the World Championship this past year on such efforts. And after he DDT Nexus with a fake wake-up, 2 finishers belong to both, and definitely got pinned 2-0 in the finisher count to Master B in the ED Finals at WrestleMania 11. Nexus could deal a pair to him right now. Here comes Nexus. Irish whip is reversed. He is brought back and knee into the gut. And a little bit more damage being done by Deadly, who has 3 finishers in hand. Deadly could pull away. Nexus will tuck underneath, looking for finisher. He gets reversed again. Deadly gets him with a finisher, and he stole Nexus. No way. Hooks the leg. Nexus Genesis got his finisher stolen. I've seen people pinned off one before, and not the case in this one. And he's going to double him up. Shades of Nexus again. Standing corkscrew. Deadly hooks the leg. Back to back. What will Nexus do? 2 shoulders down, and he got out of it again. Oh my goodness. Nexus has got to take a moment here. Take a breather if you're Nexus Genesis. And Nexus is in safe territory. Deadly cannot hit her from there. So Nexus gets saved a little bit. That's a free move. Free move. All right, Nexus able to glitch the game out and force Deadly to do that move. Good stuff, Nexus. Oh, I want this kid's cheat codes. Anyway, Nexus goes for the finisher. Standing corkscrew connects. Hooks the leg. Finisher count cut in half by the OG of the standing. Nope. We're trying to keep a careful eye on guys, especially knowing that they both have the ability, as I have to fan over the controller to make sure we're still present. Forearm to the skull of Nexus, who has been dealt some more damage than his opponent. Nexus goes for a finisher. 3rd standing finisher reversed. 3rd time that standing finisher has been reversed. Nexus might want to decline using that. Deadly tries to outrun him, and Nexus will chase himself to the outskirts. And this is all of a sudden turning into a bang-bang game 1. Again, guys, this the main event of Eif Ed finisher. Oh, no way. That's a 3-1 and an unorthodox finisher that Nexus didn't see coming. No finishers to help him out. Nexus will power out with the right shoulder. Finisher in hand. Look at Deadly. He's about to give him a slice of provolone and say, Nexus, you just got cheesed. 3-1 the finisher count. Deadly is up. And Nexus reverses. Tossing Deadly across. You know, you kind of can look at every series and sort of give a tail of the tape or an element that's going to be a difference maker. One of the things going into this match we talked about, it's clean. One of the things we talked about was Nexus kicking out. That would be the difference maker. He's emerged from 3 pinfalls. It looks like the nerves are not affecting him. That is where Deadly is going to be tested. Credit Deadly for kicking out of 1. The question is, can he kick out of 2? Can he kick out of more than that? Will he be hit with more than that? And certainly the best defense to kicking out is not getting hit with finishers. That will certainly play a factor. Again, knees into the ribs, and this damage virtually even between the two. This has been an excellent match. Excellent game 1 between Deadly and Nexus. Yes, do not turn your streams off if you see a winner out of this, because we still have a guaranteed game 2 at a minimum. This is not a finisher, but a nice little moonsault connecting for Deadly. A signature along with finisher in hand. Nexus is out of reversals. Deadly almost got him, and Nexus slid out. A lot of people will say that when you get beyond round 1, Nexus with his first taunt, that when you get, or excuse me, second, when you get beyond round 1, this is where you have a little bit of cushion, a little bit of life support, because Nexus slides in. Oh, apparently Mixer's up. Okay, great. Knee to the ribs. I don't know if you want to trust it, though. You guys may want to have a backup stream ready. So, guys, if you are just watching back on Mixer, guys, we had some problems. Be sure to have twitch.tv/EIF Network on the speed dial of your internet, because if this stream crashes, that one will be available. You're watching Game 1 of this best of 3 in the BFG. We have Game 2 immediately following. Right now, Deadly in the lead. He is wearing the gold tights, Nexus in red. It's a 4-2 finisher count. Deadly in gold with 4. 7 guarantees a win. Another pinfall could be it for Nexus and perhaps Deadly as well. If I'm Deadly, don't let this guy get another finisher. And Deadly using a reversal to prevent such matters from occurring. He brings Nexus back. Nexus. Oh, Nexus is out of reversals, and he will probably hightail it out of there. And he goes for it. He gets stopped. Nexus has used all of his ring escapes. Nexus has used all of his ring escapes. It's a 5-2 finisher count. Could this be it? Brainbuster to Nexus. Deadly looks to take game 1 as the underseed. 1, 2. Nexus kicks out again. Oh, my. Deadly's got to get out of here. Deadly has got to get out of this match. Nexus has punched out of 5 of these. Deadly needs finishers. He needs 2 right now. Deadly needs to put this guy away. Nexus is getting dangerous. This is where, when Nexus gets pushed up against the wall, this is where Nexus is the most dangerous, in my opinion, because he gets into the heads of his opponents and he makes life difficult. Nexus woken up from the second rope and over Castle connects for Deadly, and we see a new move. Standing moonsault connects. Kick to the back. Nexus with a finisher reverse. Oh, Nexus. And Nexus is out of reversals. And he's going to run. Nexus is out of reversal, or excuse me, he is out of ring escapes. He is out of reversals for the time being. He's been hit with 5 finishers. Deadly has been marked just twice. And Deadly gets the offense. And now Nexus enters an uncomfortable situation and a good reversal. He is out of reversals, but that was a good time to use it, although Deadly's getting up a little quicker than I expected. Nexus dives out, and that was reverse psychology. Deadly almost, he kind of ran into it. Instead of going forward, well, the reverse decision would apply unless, well, if Deadly stuck out like this. Deadly has recently suffered a ring out count loss in a Superstardom main event that took place earlier this week, in fact. So main events and back-to-back shows for Deadly, who's DDT. This just game 1. You have no idea if the expectations will exceed this or fail to meet them in game 2, and this could be a long series, folks. We could be here longer than you expect. What? I don't know what you just said. Nexus and Deadly exchanging lefts and rights. Now clothesline from Deadly. Both men are down to their last reversal. Conservative times needed for Nexus. He'll get hit with a 6th. 6-2. One last pinfall attempt that matters. Nexus tries to keep himself alive in game 1, 2, and he does. This will require the finisher count. This will require the finisher count unless Nexus can pull off a miracle. His finisher is reversed. He's out of reversals. And Deadly is going to wake him up. Guys, this is a finisher count requirement. That is 7. And Nexus Genesis falls behind 1-0. Deadly as the 10 seed will win game 1. And in the first elimination situation, Deadly can eliminate the number 3 seed. Nexus would be the highest seed in this tournament to be eliminated to date in the 2018. Folks, remember to hit rematch in this contest. It was a 7-2 final finisher count. So to remind everybody, the situation is thus. Nexus Genesis must win game 2 to force a game 3. If he does not and Deadly wins this, Deadly is guaranteed his ticket to the Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament semifinals here in 2018. If Nexus can win, a game 3 will be forced immediately following. Connection seems good to me, guys. You are okay with it? All right. Nexus, can you back up a little bit in your corner? I think you got a bit of a head start there. All right. Nexus, are you ready? Deadly, are you ready? Ding, ding, ding. And Nexus starts it out. See, last time I had the hesitant bell. This time I wanted to quickly try and get him. And I cheesed him. Anyway, Nexus with a couple of moves to start, much like last match. Nexus dictated the pace in the early couple minutes against Deadly. And both of them reversed. So now the question is, guys, Nexus was required to use the finisher count on. I don't know the last person that's been required on doing. Was it really? Wow. Amazing. That kid is truly amazing. Although Nexus kickouts are more consistent, I'd say this is the general rule of thumb you get with Nexus Genesis, who's brought to his feet on the outside. And Nexus, who is in a party filled with support strands, such as the MBC brothers that helped bring him to the dance, along with Greedy, who has had a good rivalry with Nexus on the Superstardom brand. These guys just kind of saying, hey, you're only down by 1, you're only down by 1. It's all right. The problem is, in BFG history, superstars who have fallen behind 1-0 do not fare well. Unfortunately, I haven't done enough research, and I wish I could say I had, to give you guys the statistics on superstars who fall behind 1-0 and come back to win. I can tell you right now, whether it's this or the semis, best of 5, or the finals and the best of 7, typically, anybody that loses game 1 struggles to come back in their series simply because you're just grinding throughout. And, you know, in that match especially, there's so much going on. And to go through that long of a match, that great of a contest with the pace it had and just not come out. Wow, Deadly is just avoiding Nexus. How many times has Nexus just tried to get Deadly, and then Deadly will take out the legs of the once multi-time EIF World Champion. And this match, a different start. Maybe the first 30 seconds were the same, but this not a parallel sequence to game 1. Deadly Gamer is dialed in now. He knows he can send Nexus out of this tournament. Back suplex reverse for Nexus instead. Stomping over, and then a kick to the chin of Deadly from Nexus Genesis. But the other thing is, with Nexus, is he is a resilient superstar, I'd say, by his nature of EIF and the situations he's been put in. And Nexus, not a guy who typically gets that nervous for matches, but I don't know if he gets more nervous in this scenario. A lot of EIF superstars that have been here will tell you, yes, you do. It's very difficult to battle back. But you know what? I have some faith in Nexus Genesis. And I'll put it this way, if he doesn't, I think he's going to go down with a hell of a fight, just like he did in game 1. Deadly brings Nexus back up. You're watching the main event of EIF ED 366 on Mixer and Twitch, home of the EIF network. Make sure you follow us here. Stay tuned. Immediately following the match, we'll give you an update on the winners of the BFG, the upcoming schedules for the BFG, and also our signature outro, which provides you with all the information you need to know to stay up to date with Extreme International Fighting. Our show with a scheduled end time of 8 p.m. That's in about 6 minutes if you work Eastern time like myself. That is probably not to be the case. Although Deadly is really looking to pencil Nexus out of this tournament. recently banned the Pele. Nexus will get a move out of this one. It's going to be a German. Powerbomb from the ground up by Nexus. And Nexus, again, the knowledge that he has as the rule officiator of EIF gives him a plethora of strength and perhaps a bad opportunity. First finisher is hit. It is against Nexus. Oh my, this could be it. Moving on to the semifinals off the first finisher for surprise, and he nearly did it. Nexus barely hung on. And Nexus will, is that a ring escape or a reversal? Okay. Deadly is just mocking Nexus. He's even eating some late night dinner right now. He's just that confident. Nexus hits the referee. Wrong guy. 2-0. 2-0. Referee is down though. Nexus will have some time to recuperate. Deadly can make the pin. What is he going to do? What is he doing? And Deadly will go for it. That's legal. That is legal, folks. That is legal. 1, 2, delayed pin. Nexus has been eliminated. Nexus just got yellow barred in game 2.
Bring it to the floor.
He did regain offense off that van move. It should be mentioned. It should be mentioned. Nexus not happy because of the scenario in which Deadly did a banned maneuver in both matches. However, according to EIF rules, Nexus was able to gain some offense after that. I personally do not think, upon a second look, that Deadly would really have overused those banned moves and really caused a big stir in the matches. And especially in game 2, Deadly absolutely took it to Nexus. This was the MO for when a shark smells blood in the water. Deadly knew that he had Nexus on the verge of elimination, and he steals both of Nexus finishers, the standing corkscrew and the drop knee to the face. Deadly Gamer, as the number 10 seed, is moving on to the semifinals. And so we will see the tournament take more shape in terms of what the Final Four will look like next week. The scenario is if NBC wins his match, he will face Deadly in the semifinals. If NBC loses that match and Assassins wins, then Greedy would face Assassins and Deadly would face the winner of Untamed and Tripod. So guys, we are down to 6. From 16 all the way to 6, already 10 superstars have had their fates sealed in the Battle for Glory All-Stars tournament. So many great names, not just through round 1, but also round 2. EBAMS and Nexus Genesis, 2 superstars who have been feuding along with Midnight Mayfire for the coveted EIF World Championship. Greedy has the last laugh for now, but Deadly able to strike with a big win in round 2, and Deadly's rookie season in the BFG will continue into round 3. He has made it to the semifinals. That will be a best of 5. And Deadly, much like Greedy, sort of a luxury now because they get a couple weeks off until their next BFG. Next week will feature the final two matchups of round 2, the quarterfinals. It is the 4-seed Untamed Legend, the 9-seed Tripod, also the number 1-seed NBC Master, and sort of an arch rival that is a dark horse, number 12, Assassins. That is the lowest remaining seed, but we know the lowest seed so far moving in to round number 3, Deadly at number 10. That's a spot that has never made it all the way to the finals. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Those are the 6 lucky numbers that have Sol all the way to the final 2. Does not mean they've all won championships, but or the BFG tournament, but those are the 6 numbers. So 6 numbers have made it to the finals. 6 superstars remain in this year's installment of the Battle for Glory All-Stars Tournament. What a main event, guys. So happy to have you with me, and I'm sorry I could not be here for the beginning of the show. The show schedule for next week will come as we have it, and we are just a little over a week away from EIF's 8th annual Superstars Reborn, the all Superstardom exclusive pay-per-view. Please be sure to buy your draft picks if you have not already. You do not want to get a random character. Contact me on Xbox, or you can text me or talk to somebody on Discord. They'll be sure to redirect you my way. That does it for this edition of EIF ED and our main event, which concludes the second match in round 2 of the BFG. A big thanks to James Arkoffel for our production. Make sure you give him a like on Twitch and Mixer with us here at the EIF Network. It's twitch.tv/EIF Network, mixer.com/EIF_network, and I said like, I should say follow. Please follow us on both of those. Whether you only watch on one, follow on both helps. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, EIF Archive. That is EIF ARCHIVE. You get access to our video library, which has hours upon hours of content. Also, check us out and give us a follow on Twitter at EIF Network. That's when the show schedule will be posted. It's our weekly pinned tweet, along with latest breaking news updates and more. And last but not least, head over to the home of Extreme International Fighting, leaguelineup.com/EIF Lives. It's our official website, and we hope that you'll check us out on all of those listed platforms. That does it once more here for ED 366. Also concludes this week in May. I hope you all have a great weekend. A happy Mother's Day to all and the families who will be celebrating it. I look to see you on the other side of that as we continue the great stuff here at EIF. So for James Arkoffel, all the superstars, and myself, this is EIF owner Carney. From all of us at Extreme International Fighting, have a good night, and we'll see you next time on Mixer and Twitch, the home of the EIF Network.